Hey guys, it's been a busy morning. Just thought I'd show you some of the work I've been doing on some of these knives. This is one I got from a buddy here a couple of weeks ago that I cleaned up. Had a broken tip, but kind of cleaned her up. It wasn't in horrible shape when I got it, but it definitely has had some wear. This is a Robert Claas knife. Get it all opened up and give you guys a good look. There's a tang stamp right there. Robert Claas, Germany. So it's a Kissing Crane. It doesn't say Kissing Crane on anywhere, so I'm assuming it's an earlier knife. But it cleaned up pretty good. Oiled it up. It's got nice snap, nice pull. The blade's a little shorter than it used to be, but I'm happy with it. So that's my first Robert Claas / Kissing Crane knife in the collection. Really pretty looking knife. Anyway, that's one. So this morning I showed a video on 3 of the little pocket knives I picked up at the recent show I went to. This is one. This is a Boker. And while I was doing these, I watched Thrifty Kniffy and Slipjoint Sawyer's live, and I watched some hunting for hookers, and then I watched RJ's live while I got these done. So this was in some horrible shape. There's a big chip missing out of it. You can still see a little bit there, but I've taken it down as far as I'm going to take it down. This will be just fine for whatever I ever going to use it for. It's probably just going to sit in a shelf. But this is a Boker. Something Boker and Company, Sologen. I didn't do this to the bolster, it was already done, but I cleaned them up. And I think I put a little edge on it. It's pretty sharp. This was all, that's all pitting. There's, you know, without taking more of the blade, and it's already pretty thin. I'll just stop there with that one. And then these were broken as well. So this is the all. Cleaned it up and just kind of put a usable edge on it. It's not as pointy as it was. I don't want it to break again, but you can see the Boker tree there. And then on the other blade, this was broken as well, and it had some grinding done to it at one point in its life, but I cleaned it up, put a little bit of edge on it. I didn't use any power tools on them. I used files and stones and a little bit of elbow grease with some mother's polish to get a lot of the tarnish off. This was really far gone, but I'm pretty happy with it. Must have had something sticky there because I can't really polish it out. It's kind of into it, but it's looking pretty good, and it'll look good sitting on a shelf. And if I want to put it in my pocket for just something to do, I do have a usable, you know, not the greatest, but a usable blade where it wasn't before. And the other one that I worked on is this electrician's knife. This is an Ulster. I don't think I have an Ulster in my collection so far, but again, this was tarnished up. It's stainless steel, but all that is pitting. You know, it's smooth to touch and looks pretty good, other than, you know, the salt and pepper that you see there. But that's the screwdriver end / wire stripper. Got a nice little liner lock in there. This one's got decent pull. It's got a nice walk and talk. Ooh, it's pretty stiff yet. Ooh, there you go. This one, the blade, the same. It's nice and clean. It's reflective. I got it polished up, but there's not much you can do with the pitting there. But it looks good. Cleaned up, not bad. Again, for you know, 10, 20 bucks, whatever a guy paid for these things. I think it was 20 for this one and 10 for the other one. I'm pretty happy. It's a pretty cool electrician's knife. Ulster USA. It's got the STP. Looks like the handles have shrunk a little bit. It must have some age to it. Again, it looks pretty good. Happy with that. I'd be happy throwing it in the pocket. This is my only other electrician's knife, and I picked this up at a garage sale last summer. It was all tarnished. Like when I cleaned it up, it was a lot shinier. It's kind of, you know how brass gets its own patina there over time. But the blades on this one are in a little better shape. Again, it's got some pitting, but it doesn't look too bad. This one has 2 liner locks. Main blade looks pretty good, I believe, on this one. This one does not have a lock. There you go. Klein Tools, Chicago, USA. You can see some water damage. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Got most of it out. Probably if I put it on a wheel, I'd get the rest of it, but haven't done that yet. Then it's got a funny looking tool here. I don't know what this is for. I've seen other knives with the same tool. I have no idea what a guy would use that for. I almost thought it was broken when I first got it, but I seen another guy with one and it was much the same, so I left it. But cool little piece, 3-layer. One thing I noted on this one when I was cleaning it up, it's got 2 back springs, and the main blade just kind of shares the 2 ends here. It's kind of neat. It's almost like a Whittler pattern. Maybe it is a Boker Whittler, I'm not sure. Stockman Whittler, whatever. I assume it's a Stockman. Yeah. And then one thing I did pick up at the show was somebody's handmade, hand-forged railroad spike knife. That's his mark. Apparently the guy used to be a preacher and he retired, and he was wearing a ZZ Top t-shirt, and he sits out in his garage and heats these up and pounds them out with a hammer and gives them a twist. It's pretty cool. Most of them were all clean, but I took one that he drew out a little more and then just kind of left it rustic looking. I kind of like that. Anyway, that's my first railroad spike knife. Then he makes a little display spike to set it on, so you can set it on your counter or wherever and show it off. It's pretty cool. This thing's got a nice edge. You know, I'm never going to use it. I got it just to have. It looks pretty cool. But I imagine you want to keep this oiled up, otherwise she's going to rust pretty good, I'd assume. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And tell me what you think of these old knives. I'm pretty impressed with them for the little I paid. Definitely give me, you know, 4 or 5 hours of farting around to clean them up. Anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching.